Why is Shadow a hedgehog? Will we see more character spotlights in future years? The answer to these questions and more are revealed in the exclusive interview with Takashi Iizuka, head of Sonic Team himself. Maybe we'll get some lore or something like that. Let's check it out. Does Shadow feel any sympathy, or even a tiny bit, when defeating the Biolizard? They're technically siblings, so I want to ask. Okay, let's see. So while Shadow and the Biolizard are similar, they are both attempts by Gerald to create the ultimate life form. The big difference is that Shadow also has Black Doom's DNA. Because of this, he is the true ultimate life form. So that has just confirmed that the Biolizard, when he was being created, did not have Black Doom's DNA. It was a little bit unclear as far as the timeline goes for, you know, whether or not the Biolizard had the DNA. I was leaning towards no, but this actually outright confirms it 100%. Just, you know, for those of you who are wondering.
創造物なんですけども、大きく違うのはシャドウにはブラックドゥームのDNA が含まれていて、本当の究極生命体となったことなんですね。The Biolizard was only a prototype of the ultimate life form. Yep, that's it. Shadow being the true ultimate life form, they don't really feel any sympathy for each other. Okay. I mean, it's hard to feel sympathy for the Biolizard. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Why did Gerald Robotnik make Shadow a hedgehog? Oh, please, please, please. Please, please, please. This is a great question, and the truth is that when we were making Shadow, oh, is he going to step away from it? Because you guys, the mural theory, come on, please. We wanted to make him a moody character with an enigmatic past and multiple mysteries about him. All right, so they're going the Sega route, not the in-game lore route. We'll see, though. We'll see. Wanted parts of his story to be left unanswered to keep the mystery going. They didn't deny the mural theory, but I think they know that the mural theory is out there. If you don't know what the mural theory is, I'm going to leave the link for the video on the end screen. You guys will see it. It's right here. For example, things like how Shadow was thought to have died at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, but then brought back. I like that. A non-answer, and let the fans come up with stuff. Did that mean he was an android? We wanted multiple questions without a clear answer. I like that. I like that. Not everything needs an answer. The mural theory is so strong and alive. Him being an active character while still being mysterious. Yep, that's it. So that the reason why he's a hedgehog is one of those mysteries that we haven't yet delved into on purpose. It's because Gerald Robot. I'm not gonna say. Go watch the video. Have fun coming up with your own theories. We did it already. Oh my god. That's crazy. With a character with such a deep history as Shadow, is the main focus going to be reintroducing Shadow's backstory, or will the approach be to take his character in a new direction? Let's see. Indeed, when you compare Shadow to the other characters, he stands out having a detailed past. And so he's a character carrying the weight of his past as he moves into the future. So of course, it might depend on the concept of a specific game, but I think sometimes we'll dive again into his past. So maybe another Shadow. We'll see how this one goes, right? If Sonic and Shadow Generations performs well, people like the Shadow campaign, people like the story. I'd imagine there'd be more Shadow content to come, right? You gotta keep going. Sometimes they'll write about the present and future Shadow. Might depend on the media or the contents of future games, of course. What was the idea behind the Fearless Year of Shadow campaign, and do you have plans to do that with other characters? These are good questions, man. These are hard-hitting questions that probably won't have answers that people want.
Just saying.
はい、今年は皆さんご存知の通り、
Everyone knows we'll be releasing the movie, obviously.
映画の3作目が公開されるということで、まあシャドウにこう
And we knew that this year we'd be focusing on Shadow right from the time of the second movie.
フォーカスが当たる年というのがもうすでに映画2の段階で分かっていましたので、まあゲームもそれに合わせて。
And that's why Sonic and Shadow Generations is coming out. Of course. We want everyone to learn more about Shadow through the campaign. And we want everyone to... Yep. I already read that. I believe the opportunity might come up in the future for other characters, but currently we have nothing planned. So for everyone who's been asking for a year of Silver the Hedgehog, I know that's something I see a lot in the comments. No confirmation on that. Honestly, Shadow's really, especially with the movie, he's the one that really deserves it.
他のキャラクターまあ、機会があったらそういうチャンスも、あるかなとは思いますけども、まあ、今のところ特には考えてないです。
What's Shadow's occupation? Is he still an agent for Gun? Ooh, they might this is, guys, for those of you who don't know, in Sonic Forces, Gun was allegedly defeated. So this is interesting. This could end up being pretty lore packed. I mean, these are definitely some good questions. Is he an agent for Gun, or is he more of a wandering anti-hero, just silently wandering around and doing things for the world's betterment? They're giving us a lot of time to read this one. Shadow doesn't really have an occupation. Get a job! His only objective is to protect the planet that Maria loves so much. Okay, so for a lot of people who don't like the idea of Shadow living for Maria as opposed to living for himself, this might annoy you.
自体の唯一の目的っていうのはマリアが愛したこの星を守ることなので、彼は
And so with this objective in mind, sometimes he might team up with Gun.
目的のためであれば、時にはガンの
Are they still alive? Sometimes he might even team up with Eggman, of course.
方もする時もあるかもしれないですし、とにかくこの
In either case, protecting the planet Maria loved is his only motivation as well as his only mission.
マリアの愛したこの星を彼は
I like it.
というのが彼の唯一のモチベーションであり使命です。
I'm actually of the camp. I like that Shadow does kind of honor Maria's memory. I know a lot of people, you see the discourse on Twitter, they talk about, oh, like Shadow's moved on, why are they still doing this? And they don't like it, but to me, I feel like it's such a central part of his character. It also kind of ties, instead of moving forward, it kind of ties some of the old lore into the newer games. I like the continuity building, so I don't have a problem with it. What is Shadow's hair care routine? These are the hard-hitting questions. I don't think Shadow is someone who cares about how people see him or what he looks like. That's Cap, bro. If you see in the games, he's always doing this. That's his idle animation. He starts playing with his hair. Is that a new render, by the way? Ooh. Is that a new render? I don't know. Looks good, though. Doesn't have any special hair care routines. Even if he's in a fierce fight or something happens and his hair gets a little messed up, running at top speed gets everything back into place, so I don't see him doing anything other than that. That's funny. This is good, though. This is good content. What's your favorite Sonic game? He's going to say SA2. 100%. I get this question often. Obviously, work hard every day to make each game the best game possible.
当然我々はベストなゲームを作ろうと思って日々
Look at the drip. He's got the chain. I believe as we make newer titles, each one builds upon the last and gets better as we move forward. Hopefully that's the case with Frontier's sequel, hopefully it's even better than the one before. Personally, I like Sonic 2! Yo, he knows! He knows Sonic 2 is the best classic Sonic game. Argue amongst yourselves, he knows. This guy, listen. He gets it. He gets it. Sonic Adventure 2 as well, having worked on it. Yep. This guy knows, dude. This guy gets it. He gets it, bro. There are consistent goals to surpass when we're making a new one. Okay, that's like a PR answer.
思って日々制作に取り組んでいます。
Typical PR. What makes you fearless? This guy's been he's been through it all. I'm actually interested to hear this.
私はまあ正直
He's not a fearless person.
フィアレス的な人間ではないと思うので、まあどっちかって強いて
Think about it, I believe it's enjoying new challenges.
まあ挑戦を楽しむことですかね。
This guy's been through the mud, man. Whenever a challenge comes up and everyone can be a bit hesitant, and one challenge for me was coming over to the United States.
誰もがちょっと尻込みするところがあると思うんですけども、まあ私にとっての挑戦はやっぱりこうアメリカでの生活。
First, I was in my 20s. I came to the US to make Sonic 3. After that, we came as a team to make SA2.
20代の時にこうアメリカに渡ってソニック3ができましたし、その後ももう一度チームを連れてアメリカに来てソニックアドベンチャー2を、作りましたし、まあ、とにかくこう挑戦する
Whatever the case, by taking on these challenges, new things came forth that were fulfilling for everyone, including me.
ことによってそこからすでに新しいものが生まれて、まあ、それが自分たちや皆さんのこう充実感につながるっていうところでは常にこう挑戦を楽しむっていうところが
So what fearless means to me is being able to joyfully keep on facing new challenges.
私のとってのフィアレス
What an inspiration.
かなと思います。
And that's it, guys! Sonic and Shadow Generations, October 25th.